Welcome everyone to this live session of a two-week refresher course in computer science on next generation technologies. We have Jatin with us. Jatin is a immersive reality evangelist and founder of Dream XR community and Unity certified developer. Being the part of XR domain since 2016, Jatin has developed a deep understanding of the domain across AR, VR, and MR. Jatin started a community named Dream XR in 2019 with the sole aim to educate and evangelize the realm of XR. Dream XR has conducted multiple workshops offline and online to help individuals to get started with the domain of XR. Today, the community stands strong with 7,000 plus community members on LinkedIn and has trained and empowered 5,000 plus professionals and students. Jatin has lead multiple community programs to bridge the gap between community and industry, initiated community programs to develop out-of-the-box pedagogy to be used in the secondary education system to explain not so easy to visualize concepts like thermodynamics, electromagnetic forces, etc. to the students. On this note, I request Jatin to take over and I request the participants they can ask question in the chat box and we will take them in the end. Jatin, over to you.
Hello, hi. Thank you for such a warm welcome. I welcome you all as well. And today we'll be taking a session on immersive tech. And I hope I'll be talking about the upcoming and realities that are AR, VR, and MR. And we'll talk about how these can be used and what is the real life use cases of these things. Okay. So now I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. And I hope, first of all, am I audible and visible properly, right?
Yeah, Jatin.
Okay. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes. Yes, Jatin.
Okay, so now we are in the presentation mode, right, Vipin?
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, let's see what are the agendas here. Okay, and here we'll be talking about, first of all, what is immersive tech? Okay, how and why should we know about it? Types of immersive tech, how does it work? Use cases of XR. This is going to be pretty interesting as we will be taking into consideration the real life use cases of XR that today industries and people are using. Okay, and then we'll be taking a sneak peek, I would say, into the future of XR and beyond. So let's kick off the session with what is immersive tech. But before moving on to immersive tech, I would like to talk about what is immersive. Okay. As we all know, immersive means completely involved into an activity. It can be work or entertainment. We all have been, immersed pretty much into our favorite, maybe music or movies. My favorite movie was Inception. I was completely immersed into it it was like I'm living the movie. Okay. So now we're understanding what do we mean by immersive as of today's current tech. Next, we are immersed in games, maybe outdoor or indoor. We are totally immersed and we cannot keep track of time that we are playing for 1 hour or 2 hours, right? Next is, some people are foodie like me and they are immersed into food as well. When they taste a delicious delicacy, they are totally into it, okay? So that's about what immersive is. Now, what is immersive tech? Okay. Immersive technologies create distinct experiences by merging the physical and the digital, or you can say simulated reality. Okay. That is what immersive tech is. There are three things that are, part of it. First is the physical part. That is the physical reality. And generally or more oftenly, it is known as true reality. Next is the digitally simulated content. Okay. That is the 3D content made on 3D softwares, and the other one is a simulated reality in which the total reality is simulated. Okay. Next, moving on, we'll talk, why should we know about it? Like, why do we even need to know about it? What is there so interesting or, so hyping about this technology? Okay, so the main part or the key differentiation about this technology from other technologies, what we have till now seen, like VFX, like maybe in Harry Potter or maybe in other movies, is that this is a new way and a new reality of accessing the data into most intuitive ways. And this allows us to bring out our data into a real world. With the help of this technology, we are no longer limited to our 2D screens to access our data, maybe graphs, videos, 3D content. As of now, till date, Even if you say, we are building 3D stuff, we are designing 3D models in 3D softwares, but still we are doing it in 2D screen, right? So this technology is a leap, a giant leap for humankind and in the space of technology from 2D to real 3D. Let's see what the visionaries have to say about it. So I'll be quoting here Mark Zuckerberg. I believe that augmented reality and virtual reality are going to enable a deeper sense of presence and social connection than any existing platform. It is the next computing platform. When Mark Zuckerberg says it is a next computing platform, he means to say that this is bound to replace our laptops, our mobile phones, and we will be interacting with content in pure 3D and bringing the content into our own reality. Next, let's see what the CEO of Apple, current CEO of Apple, has to say, Tim Cook. Simply put, we believe augmented reality is going to change the way we use technology forever. Augmented reality is critically important part of Apple's future plans, right? And there are a numerous number of companies which are investing billions of dollars into research and industry because they have known the potential of this technology. And what are those companies? These are Google, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft. Each of them have their own research labs in which they are trying to build technologies which can be known as immersive technologies. Okay. Another thing now that says that this technology is now on an inflection point and it is no more a joke is a data which is being provided by a big company known as Hiring, which provides yearly data about engineering roles. And as we can see here, the soft security engineering growth was 49%, computer vision engineering growth was 146%, but AR VR engineering growth was 1400%. That is a big number, my friends, right? Now let's deep dive into immersive tech. Okay, what are the types of immersive tech? Immersive tech can be classified into three different types, which are well known right now. Okay, first of all, we'll start with augmented reality or AR, which is pretty common nowadays. And although you might not know about it, but you or maybe your children would have simply used it, maybe on Snapchat while trying filters. So let's see what is augmented reality. So let's break out into its complementary words, okay? And that is augment. Augment means change and reality means the true reality. So with the help of augmented reality, we can change slash alter the reality in which we are living in. And how do we do that? We do that by overlaying 3D content onto it. A thing to keep in mind is that in this reality, that is in AR, we are not disconnected with the world. We are still connected, very much connected with our own surroundings, okay? Let's see an example of that. For example, if you take this example of a dinosaur in AR, okay, what is happening here? What do we see? We see a garage in which the building structure is there, the cars are there. They are a part of our own reality. They are a true reality. They are things which we can touch and feel. But the dinosaur in there is not the reality. So we are overlaying digital content onto a reality to change our reality. And hence, it is known as augmented reality or changed reality. Moving on to next, we have virtual reality. What is virtual reality? Again, let's break it down in components. Virtual means not real. So it's a reality which is not real. What do we mean by that? How can a reality not be real? Like, that's ironical, right? So basically in this technology, what do we do is we showcase graphics to the brain and trick it to think that it is into another location. Okay. And how do we do that? Let's take the same example of dinosaur. Okay. Now in AR, our own reality was there, but in VR, we are completely disconnected with our own reality. As you can see into this image, a GIF, that we are into a realm of dinos. Okay. And there is no reality. This, all the things which are shown, mountains, trees, dinosaurs, these are not real. But when we see through these, through headsets, our brain is tricked to think that we have been transported from our own reality into this reality, right? Now, moving on to the next, and not so well-known reality for the consumers, but this is a well-known reality for an enterprise, and this is mixed reality. Now, you would say, okay, let's break it down and see. Mixed reality, it should mean AR plus VR, right? But no, my friends, that's not the case. And we should not mistake it for that. Mixed reality is not augmented reality plus virtual reality. Mixed reality is simply an advanced version of AR. Okay. And we will be soon looking into how these two are different and what do I mean by advanced. Okay. And in this reality also, as this is the advanced version of our augmented reality, we are still connected with the reality. Let's take a let's take a look. Okay. So here the person spawns something 3D content onto his floor. And from inside the floor, a whale jumps, and a splash of water is there. This is not possible in AR. Why? Because AR is not aware about our surroundings that much. Okay. Mixed reality is aware about the surroundings on a much deeper level. Okay. So to showcase you what exactly mixed reality is, and I would like to shift on to a video demo where we'll see what exactly do we mean by this mixed reality. Okay. So she is the one who is presenting mixed reality HoloLens 2, which is a product by Microsoft. Okay. And we'll see what exactly is possible here. Okay. First of all, the headset can recognize her surroundings, her hands. Okay. And then place holograms into the surroundings, which she can actually, it seems like she's touching them. She can interact with the holograms. This is not possible to this extent in AR. Okay. She can rotate it, scale it, move it. This is mixed reality. Let's see what else is possible. So this is a web browser and she simply gives it a command to come near her instead of she going to the tab. Okay. And it simply comes to her because it is much more aware about the surroundings, about the user. Okay. Let's see some more demos. So now this is a demo in which, using mixed reality, the user has spawned multiple 3D things and he or she can actually interact with them as if they were physical. So now we'll see that she will be interacting with these things. Okay. Let's see how does she do it. Just like in, just like alike, much alike how we do it in physical world, she's able to actually hold the hologram. But the point to be noted is there is nothing right there, and she's doing this out of pure thin air. This is just simulated content, but you can react with it, interact with it, right? See, here she has spawned a piano in front of her, and she is playing the piano as if a real piano. This is the power of mixed reality, and we all have done that on a piano, right? Shifting back to our slides. So these are the major types of three realities: augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. Okay. So now these are three types of realities, but how do we access these realities? How can a consumer, an enterprise can use these? These are technologies, but how do we get access to them? So first and the foremost is augmented reality, and you will be surprised to know that you can simply access it through your own smartphones, which are right now sitting or maybe on your tabletops or maybe in your pockets, right? So Google and Apple have their own softwares running on their own mobile operating systems through which you can use augmented reality. Okay. Next, we have this virtual reality. In virtual reality, there is a headset, and we have to wear the headset. This headset completely blocks our views from the reality, and inside the headset, there is a screen. And through the screen, our brain is shown multiple, CGI graphics, and the brain is tricked that we have left our reality and we have been transported to another reality. So here, these two headset, one of them is Oculus Quest 1 by Facebook, okay, and another one is HTC Vive, okay. Next one is mixed reality. As we just saw in the demo, this one is a mixed reality headset known as Microsoft HoloLens. Okay, Microsoft is the one who has done research into it, and this is by far the best immersive tech device available right now. Okay, and another one which is competitor of Microsoft is Magic Leap. Okay, these are Magic Leap glasses. So now I guess in sometimes earlier, maybe 2 to 3 years earlier, VR was pretty popular, but suddenly now AR is becoming popular. Now you know why is that so? Because for experiencing VR, we need a device, and these devices, my friends, are not that cheap. An Oculus Quest would cost you around something around 50,000 or so. An HTC Vive, on the other hand, might cost you around a lakh. Similarly, for the mixed reality headsets, mixed reality headset HoloLens 2 would cost you around 2.5 lakhs or so. And I believe similar is the range for Magic Leap. That is the reason not these devices are not popular on a consumer level. These are popular at industrial level, okay, at enterprise level, where the industries have the bandwidth to acquire these resources. But completely on the other hand, we have augmented reality, which is simply supported on smartphones. And that is the reason augmented reality is booming day by day because of its reach. Because people already have mobile phones and they can easily download a few apps and start using AR into their experiences. Okay, that is why augmented reality is pretty popular. So now, having known about the types of realities, the devices that we can use, now let's get a high level and an overview of how does these things work. How does this technology work? Because this sounds similar to VFX, which we have already seen into movies. But as already told, this is not VFX. VFX was not real. It was just overlaying content and it was in a video format. You cannot edit it, you cannot interact with it. But here, with immersive technologies, you can actually bring data into your 3D surroundings and interact with it. But how is this possible? Let's take a look. So, the empire of immersive tech stands on three pillars, three key pillars. Those are the first and the most important one is environmental understanding. Okay. So to overlay 3D content accurately on a reality, our devices, may it be a smartphone, may it be a VR device, may it be a MR device, they need to get an understanding of our environment. Okay. And this is done by underlying, algorithms and uh, computer vision softwares, for example, OpenCV framework and other ML and AI softwares run on the lower levels to detect the reality. Okay, for example, in AR, AR is not capable of much things, but what understanding of environment does it have? It is able to detect plane surfaces. Okay, so it can detect your tabletop, it can detect your walls, it can detect your roof, it can detect maybe your sofa top or maybe the top of your bed. Okay, for that, these devices use gyrometer and computer vision is the key feature for environmental understanding. The next important pillar is motion tracking. Once you have aligned your 3D content, okay, but now we are in 3D, we can actually move, the user can move. So the devices have to keep the 3D content accurately placed in shape, size, and orientation as well. For that, motion tracking comes into play. The devices need to be aware not only about your surroundings, but also track the movement of the user and change the 3D content as per their perspective. Next comes light estimation. As we all know, in day-to-day life, in real life, light plays a big role in how we see things. Okay, we have shadow, we have light, we have intensity, and whatnot. Okay, so to make the virtual content real enough, we need to take light into consideration. And how do we do that? On a high level, we simply try to guess via algorithms that what is the intensity of the environment of the user, which direction is the light coming from, okay? And accordingly, we try to simulate the shadows of our 3D content. 3D digital content, which is virtual, that is not real, but still these three factors into consideration makes it appear as it is pretty real. Okay. Moving on, I hope now we have talked a lot about AR, VR in action. Okay. How do these things work? What are the things? Now let's see these things in action. Okay. So what I've done here is I've created a demo for you, which sits on the web. Okay. And you can actually access and play around or maybe experience it with the help of your mobile phone. Just a little disclaimer, not all phones are supported, but if your phone is 1 year older, it should support. Most of the devices that are coming nowadays, may it be iOS device or Android device, these both support augmented reality. Okay. So let's see things in action. So for example, if you want to see or try this augmented reality demo, what you can do is simply scan this QR code. Okay. And you will be directed to a website. Okay. And there the AR experience would be there. Now you can find a QR code scanner onto your phone. Okay, in your camera, it's already pre-built. If it is not, you can use an online QR code scan. Okay, and scan this code. Okay. Otherwise, if that's not also a possibility, you can simply type in this link, directly go to the URL. Okay. So Vipin, let's give them a minute or two to try that out. After that, I'll be showing the demo of the same thing, right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
So feel free to try this out. Simply take out your phones, okay? Open up your QR code scanner and simply scan this, and you will be redirected to a website. Okay. Let me showcase you here how would it work. Once you are redirected to this site, you will see something like this. Okay. This is the 3D viewer. You can see the content in 3D. Okay. And if your phone supports AR, you will see this button as well. Then you can simply click on this button and you will be transported in your own reality where you can place this. Okay. For example, in this video, I'll be showcasing doing the same thing. I clicked on the button. I simply go here and bam, it is placed in my reality and I can actually interact with it. Okay. So first give it a try and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay. If you face any problem, feel free to type in chat. It's pretty interesting and most of the smartphones should work. Okay. So give it a try and it should definitely work on both iOS from iPhone 6 and on most of the Android devices as well.
Yeah, so many participants started showing hands up, so I think they're testing out. That's cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I hope you have been able to try this demo out. Don't worry, I'll give you this link towards the end of the chat. You can use it after this presentation is over as well. Okay. Now, for those whom this experience hasn't worked, there could be two reasons. First, your phone is not supported. Your phone is not AR capable. So you would be just seeing this 3D stuff and you can interact with it, but not the AR button. Okay. If you're not seeing this AR button, that means your phone is not supported. Okay. But if your phone is supported, simply click on this button and bam, this windmill experience will be in your reality right there. And make sure you have internet connection, obviously, because this is working on the web, right? Now, the thing to notice here is the power of augmented reality. We have brought this 3D thing into our own reality, and it's not just in the screen anymore. I can rotate around it, I can walk around it, I can see it from any angle I want. I can rotate it with my gestures. I can scale it, scale down, and see it in my own reality. With the help of this, you would have got some idea of the powers of AR. Okay. See, I can even go inside it. Okay. See here, I'll try to go inside it and let's see. I can see the inside of it. Okay. So this is the power of 3D. So moving on, that was the augmented reality demo. Don't worry, I'll be giving you the links at the end as well. Okay. Now comes the most interesting part. And these are, well, the use cases of XR. I truly believe a technology is good. And, for developers, it's like, wow, it's something new, but until and unless it solves a purpose or it helps the humankind in any way, there's no use of technology. I solely believe that. I'm a true believer of that. So let's see some problems that XR solves. Okay. So first of all, I would like to tell you XR can solve problems ranging from gaming industry to your healthcare industry. I've taken a few industries and few case studies that I'll be sharing here due to the limited time. Okay. So first case study is e-commerce. Okay. Now, what do we mean by e-commerce? E-commerce is shopping, simply said, shopping online. It's lockdown season and everybody of us is shopping online. May it be clothes, shoes, even groceries. Because we are afraid to go outside, right? But what are the pain points in e-commerce? The pain point is whenever you go to any website, may it be Flipkart, may it be Amazon, you are here to buy maybe a furniture for your house. For example, let's take example of furniture. You see the images. It is mentioned what the height and what is the height and the width, but you don't get any idea. You just see the images. And my friends, images can be deceiving. Okay. Another thing which we have seen is things look good, pretty great online. Okay. But once they're delivered, they're not that good, right? Another thing is, and due to this, buyer either this they do a refund, okay, and they're disappointed, and for the e-commerce client, it is a huge loss because they have invested money in transporting it, and there is a storage cost and whatnot. But what if we could try before we buy? What do I mean by try before we buy? For example, you are here, or and you are on my shop to buy furniture, and you say, I will send me the furniture, I'll look at it my house, place it and then see, and if it works, then I'll buy it. That doesn't work like that, right? But with immersive tech, it can work like that. And let's see how does that work. Okay, so this is a demo. Okay, and this is an AR demo of an AR app created by world's leading furniture manufacturer, that is IKEA. Okay, all the demos that I'm showing you, these are these are not my works. I'm presenting you the case studies. Okay, just the last demo that was shown to you, that was developed by me. Okay, in maybe a couple of hours. Okay, so moving on to this, the furniture example, IKEA, they are facing the same issues. Okay, what did they do? They come up with an innovative solution. They created an AR app. Okay, and with the help of which you don't have to buy anything. You can simply bring the 3D content. Okay, bring the 3D content with exact dimensions. Okay, and put it in your surrounding and see, does that color go with the colors of your walls? Does that pillow cover go with the colors of your curtains? Does the size fit in into the given space, or does it match the given lighting? And this made them fortunes. Their sales rampant by at least 10x, and now they are pretty much happy. See, with the help of this, they can accurately tell, 98% of the people can accurately see how much space will it take. Okay, they can try different products without even buying them. This is just one example of the e-commerce. There are many more examples. Okay, let's move on to a different one. So we all have been, shopping, and we all have brought clothes online as well. And we have been disappointed by the color, the quality, and the fit it gives us. What if we could simply use XR, without buying the clothes, even we can try the clothes. Maybe that hat, maybe that anything, that trouser. For example, as shown is this demo, without going to the changing room, without going anywhere, you can try out and see if the things go around with your personality. And if you're sure enough, then only you order, or then only you go and try it actually, right? And you can make a combos and whatnot. And with the help of this, the sizing issue will also be solved. It will be showing you exact sizing of how it will fit you and how it will look. Okay. Another demo of e-commerce is shoes. I'm a big fan of shoes, and I keep ordering them, and I keep receiving the wrong size because there are so many classifications of shoe sizes, UK size, US size, how many am I supposed to remember? With the help of this app, you don't need to remember anything. Your shoes, you can try them without buying them, and you can try the exact size and see which one fits. And these are exact size of the real shoes. These are real, replicas. Okay, so that was for the e-commerce. Okay, another thing, this would be for all the ladies out there, you know the makeup kits. We want to try them. They want to try each and every nail polish and see which one suits better. Now you don't have to buy them. You can try them at your sitting at the ease of your home. Your makeup, your mascara, your lipstick, your nail paints, anything. And then which one suits you, buy that one. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing to me, at least. Now, moving on to the next use case, training. Okay, the last use case was e-commerce, and in that we saw the use of augmented reality. This use case is of training. Okay, and here we'll be seeing how VR has come of great use here. So, what do I mean by training? Okay, often due to lack of training, there are a lot of accidents. Okay, you don't need training, to do a simple jobs, but you need a rigorous training if you are to be sent on an oil rig that is 1400 kilometers away from the land, situated in the ocean. You need to be trained how to work there. The situations can go haywire any time, and you need to know the emergency protocols. But as they say, you cannot learn swimming by just reading a book. Similarly, no matter how many times you read the emergency manuals, you cannot predict how would an employee react in a case of emergency fire on an oil rig. Would he just save his life, or would he do what is written in the emergency manual? And another thing is there are no tools to analyze that a person is well fit for such hazardous jobs or not, because there are no analysis tools. But what if we could train without the associated risks? We could simply simulate these 3D environments in VR and trick our brain that we are actually in those environments. Okay, and see how do those things work. Let's see an example for that. So here we are taking a case study of welding. Okay, in India, welding, maybe we won't have seen much of welding, but for any big project, any big construction, for making an aeroplane, for making any trains or any big rockets, there is a need of highly skilled welding labor, which is not available because it has its own hazards. The fumes are there, the fire is there. You need to get those burns, those experience, and then you become a master and skillful. But not anymore. Now, with the help of VR, you know, you can simulate all these environments, even the fire, even the sound of it, okay, and give the employees the training they need without the hazardous fumes, without the scratches and the burns from the fire, and send him to work on really important things when you think he or she is ready. Okay, this is a use case for that. Okay, and now here they're starting out stuff. They have made simple, these headsets. You can use these with AR as well, with VR as well for training. As of here, they're showcasing their headsets. Recognize these markers, and now these are nothing. The employee or the trainer is simply not playing with fire and all, but he's just playing with these markers. But what he's seeing, what he's feeling, what he's seeing, the sound, everything is realistic that you see while welding. Okay, the flash, the visibility is reduced, and with the help of these, this is the view, on the bottom left, that the trainee gets. Okay, and with the help of this, they can train without the associated risks, right? And in this, you can do multiple types of things. So here they have shown, what they have shown is they have created a virtual plus real training. And what they have said is, on one side, that is the augmented lab. On the left side, you will train wearing the AR or VR headsets and train, get the muscle memory. And once you're done, then you can go into the next room and you can train there on the real stuff. Okay. And while you're training in VR or AR, you all the things will be analyzed. And if the things are going as per action, your score, your time limit is bound, and if you complete the task in the given time, then you are known as a certified welder, and then you are, you know, actually employable, and you will be safe in these hazardous places. So this is a real use case, and a one which actually saves life, saves time, and saves huge amount, loads of money, right? Okay, moving on to the next use case. Construction industry. Okay, so construction industry, when we talk about construction industry, there are many things. The construction of small houses, the construction of big malls, okay, and each and everything has their own problems. Okay, their interior designing stuff. For example, and now we'll be discussing the major problems. Okay, for example, if we need to do interior design, I am the client and I tell the interior designer, I want stuff like this and this and this. The designer shows me things in drawing and I say, okay, but once I see the end result, I'm not satisfied. This is one of the biggest problem in, interior designing. Now, in big industry, construction sites, the problem is lack of collaboration. Because there are multiple teams working on the same project, the electricians, the wiring people, the plumber guys, the ducting guys. Many people are working on the same thing and they are not available at the same time. Okay. And due to these misunderstandings, there are blunders which cost a lot to the companies. But what if we could see the end results without even starting the build in real life? What if we could see the whole building built, already built? We can go inside it and see how things work. How would that be? Let's see the use case. So this is a mixed reality use case, okay? And this is a company known as Trimble who are using this Microsoft HoloLens and their its own product XR10, okay? And just using this for showcase purposes. And with the help of this, the site engineers get insights of each and everything. Okay. They can even see the parts which are to be built, even if they're not built. Okay. They can see where the ducting has to go exactly by overlaying the content. See, just now they just overlaid the content on the thing on the half made, this building, and you would see the background exactly. Now they know what to do, where to do, where there is an issue. They can take measurements, take data, whatever they need, store it for the other teams, maybe put notes on there and whatnot. Okay. So this is an industrial use case for mixed reality. And companies are going all into this because 2.5 lakhs for them is not a big cost because it saves millions of dollars for them and also time and human lives. All right. So this is the construction industry example. Now is an example that is pretty near to my heart, and I have been facing this a lot, and I'm sure you might have been facing this a lot. You know, it's lockdown season. It has been 2 years. We have been sitting at our homes. We are afraid to meet other people, and there is no real contact. And how do we contact? How do we work? How do we entertain? How do we have these sessions? We have these sessions on multiple or different video conferencing tools. But I don't think, I strongly believe that they don't do the justice to the face-to-face interaction. There is a lack of interaction, there is a lack of communication, due to which the productivity is lower and the throughput is also lower. But what if we could collaborate similarly as we used to do, just as if we are in office? What if I am sitting here and one of my colleagues is sitting in London, but still we can collaborate, or he could be present into my own room via mixed reality? How would it be? I am sure it is hard to imagine, but with the next demo, you will be easily able to see what I mean. So there's a company named Spatial, which is doing this work, okay, making office level collaborative spaces, okay. And you can use mixed reality to create, first of all, create your own avatars, okay, your own holograms. Simply see, so you simply wear your headsets and your friend from America, Boston, London, New York, Jersey, wherever, how far you are, it would be just as if you are sitting in the same room, talking to each other, having the fun time, designing things collaboratively, and doing things together. No matter how much things you want to tell, no matter, it won't just be presentations. It is real 3D. You'll be sitting in your own room and your friend will be sitting maybe on your couch, maybe on your bed, you know, and you can put out notes and whatnot on your 3D wall, which is into your reality. With the help of tools like this, you will be able to access 3D into real 3D. Okay, share things to people in a new and immersive way, which was not available at all. Imagine if this talk we were doing in VR, all of us were here and were able to see each other. How cool, how amazing, and how much more interactive would it be? So as we can see, you can, with the help of this, you can show the demos to the customers, the clients. The traveling time is, saved. The design time is saved, and it's much more interactive. So this was another use case for collaboration too. But now what's next? Now we have talked about, mixed reality, augmented reality, virtual reality. We have seen some really interesting and impactful use cases. But what is after that? What's next? What's next to this immersive tech? The next thing is interdisciplinary approach, where this XR or immersive tech merges with haptics. As of now, we can just see people, we can just talk to people, we cannot feel them. If I give a high five to a friend in the real life, I can feel the touch. But in VR, I cannot do that. But what if? What if we can do that. Well, that's what the industry is moving on to, and there have been researches, and I'm happy to showcase you, the haptic suit. Okay, so basically, you wear a suit. This lady is wearing a black suit which has multiple actuators. Actuator is by maybe vibrating electronics, or with the help of which you can feel the push. Okay, feel the movement. Okay, and in this they'll be showing us how things work. Okay, so now this person will be simulating her hand as if her brain is simulating her. Okay, she will be her hand will move automatically because the person is simulating, or putting electromagnetic signals onto the right nerves on her hands. Okay, with the help of this, possibilities are endless. In a game, you could say, if both of us are playing a game and I throw a rock on you, you can actually feel the rock hitting your shoulder, your chest, your belly. If I shoot you in your leg, you will feel the impact of that shoot. How amazing is that? This is where we are heading, and in this demo they will be showing how we can, how do we feel. Okay, so for example, this is a fan. Okay, and the fan is rotating, and if the lady goes in front of the fan and puts her hand, she can actually feel these quills going out, and she can feel it on her hand hitting it. Okay, what else we can do? Okay, you can actually feel music. How would it be to actually feeling music? You're playing music. With the help of these types of innovations, you can actually feel the vibration on the beat in your body. You can actually feel music. And these are the demos that they have made, and you can feel whatnot. You can feel the light wind, the heavy rain, a blast. You can feel the snow falling on you, the rain falling on you. Actually feel it. Okay, and those things are really amazing. So here they will do a blast, a front hard kick, and you would see you will see how does the lady react. She's actually, it's like she has been hit. See, she will be doing a hard front kick, and she moves because through the suit, she is given that feel on the belly. Okay, and now she's a daredevil. She's trying the hard explosion, and she moves totally. Okay, so this is XR plus haptics. Okay, what next? What else is there? Holoportation. Okay, a changed way, a new way of communication, and this is possible with XR plus 5G. Okay, with the help of this, I can interact with my friend as if he's in front of me with his real textures, no cartoony stuff, real textures, and have fun with him, interact with him into the real life. He can actually sit in front of me, my sofa. We can interact with things, and you can capture actually yourself. And till now we take photographs, right? We take videos. What if we can take holograms of our own selves, of our own memories? How would it be? See, the child is playing and the father is, interacting with her. She can see the father there, and this man can see the child here. Okay. What if you can record this, and maybe at some later point of time, see, they've recorded this and they can play it at the later point of time. It's not a video, it's not an image, it's a 3D stuff. How, this is where we are moving towards. This is what the industry is going towards, and this is where the immersive tech is heading, all in all. Okay, so that is where we are heading, and that is all from my side. And I hope you learned a thing or two new today. And now let's start the Q&A session, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. I'll try my best to answer your questions, right? So Vipin, over to you.
Thanks, Jatin. And if participants have some questions, they can ask because we have a very limited time left. They can ask in chat, or um,
Sure.
they can raise their hands, or we can unmute them, and so that they can ask. Yeah.
Looking forward to a few questions.
Yeah.
Feel free to ask questions. So we have somebody who's raising their hand.
Unmute. Yeah. So please unmute yourself. Okay. Yeah. So I have to give them permission. So yeah. So now you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions one by one, please.
questions?
So, Ellempurti Murthy, we can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm Karthikeyan.
So no question, no question, sir.
No question? Okay.
No.
So, you can reach out to me as well if you want to. I've given my details here. Okay. And you can reach out to me on LinkedIn and I'll be happy to answer questions after post this session as well. Okay.
Sir, can I ask the question?
Yeah,
Sure, ma'am. I'll be
Madhuri.
happy to answer.
Yeah. So the question is,
Let's go one by one. Please, ma'am.
Please go one by one so that we can.
Yeah.
Please raise your hands and then.
I guess one ma'am was there, right?
Okay, so Madhuri ma'am, we can start with you. So Madhuri ma'am, you can unmute and then start, please.
I would like to ask that because soft skills are a major issue with students in my college, can I use a mix of AR, VR to enhance the skills of soft skills of students?
Sure. Yes, you can. But I would, to give you a perfect answer, I would like to ask you, to define the soft skills. What do you mean by soft skills? What exact skills you're looking forward to?
Even when we teach PG students, some of them can't communicate. Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, will this help?
Yes, that's an amazing question, and I am happy to tell you that this is a big use case, and there is a problem for people. They cannot communicate, they cannot collaborate, and they cannot speak in front of crowds, right? So there is an app, a VR app, okay, in which you can simply wear a headset and you will feel that you are in front of an audience. You can choose your audience, one person, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, and start speaking in front of them. And the amount of times you stutter, that will be analyzed. Okay, the amount of times you get hiccups, that will be analyzed, and over a time you will be given a graph of how you're doing. And there is an instructor as well in that, a 3D instructor who will talk to you, who will inspire you, tell you, have a normal conversation with you, give you random topics. So there the person can talk, fail hundreds of times without any disappointment, because there is nobody to judge. It's all 3D characters, right? With the help of that, you can definitely improve your soft skills. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now next we have Samba Murthy sir.
Yeah.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, what are the tools used to implement these AR and VR applications?
Okay, so when you say implement, I am taking it as developing, right? Or you want to say how to use it? Tools, you require to use them.
Tools, sir.
Okay.
What are the, like any programming languages?
Yeah, okay. So you're asking about development. So basically these experiences can be built into multiple platforms. Okay. The biggest and the well-known one is Unity. Unity is a 3D development game engine with the help of which you can develop these stuff and deploy on your mobile. Okay. Or maybe put app on an app store. With the help of Unity, you can build AR apps. You can build VR environments. You can build mixed reality things as well, because all these companies, Microsoft, VR, TK, Oculus, they all have their support for Unity. And Unity is just one of them. There is Unreal, and there are many more. So that is the thing.
One more.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, is AR and VR both are helpful in online classes?
Augmented reality could be really helpful. Okay, like I don't know how many of you were able to try the demo, but for example, for teachers, I would say if you're trying to explain a concept of skull, okay, if you're a good teacher, you would show it on a image. If you're a great teacher, you would show a video about it. But no matter how, or if you're an amazing teacher, no matter what you try, you cannot bring an actual skull into the real class, right? But with the help of AR, you can actually bring the real skull into your own class, because it's 3D, it's not there. You can open it up and tell the things from inside what exactly things are. So it can be really useful in education. Education is a big use case.
Okay, sir,
I hope
thank you.
I answered your question. You're welcome.
Next we have a Karthikeyan.
Sir, MR is the advanced version of AR used. What about VR? Any latest software, any latest technologies is there in virtual reality, sir?
Okay, so virtual reality, as I told you, it's simply we are blocking our the view, and there's a screen inside, and we are showcasing stuff on that. Okay, it is done on two-eyed screen, so that our brain thinks that we're actually seeing the things. Okay, in VR, the major technology is computer graphics. Okay, and the rest is taken care by the Oculus or by the device you are using. So when you're developing for VR, you just build an environment and you build the interactions. Okay, that the user can do. For example, there is a ball in a VR room. So the interaction the user can do is click a button, pick up the ball, and actually throw the ball. Okay. Similarly, for trainings, as I showed you, so with the help of these are the things what you can do.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, Jatin, we have limited time now. So
Sure. I
if we
am
have
sending
like
my
more questions from participants, they can ask you directly as well. So feel free to ask any
sure.
questions. Yeah.
I'm sending
So,
my LinkedIn right
yeah.
in the chat, and they can do it.
Cool, thanks. On behalf of this organizing team, OTF, Frost and Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, we extend our heartfelt thanks to Jatin for taking out time and interacting with our participants. We really hope to have more engagements with you in future. And with this note, thank you. Thank you, Jatin.
Thank you, and it was really amazing. I'm happy to share my knowledge. It was great. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks, Jatin. Bye. Take care. And for participants, we are uploading this video as well as quiz on the portal as well. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Thank you.